coast to coast instrumentals.
What up, everybody? This your boy King Boy, and I got really some stuff to talk about now. You know, about this love, man. This love issue is a big thing that's going on right here. Wow, I'm really surprised. I'm really surprised at what has been going on. But we're going to talk about it a little bit on tonight, about love. You know what I mean? What up again, everybody? It's your boy King Calvin Jones Jr., aka King Cal Cutter. I really want to discuss this love topic because, as you see, locally, regionally, nationwide, you know, I'm just watching the news and I'm surprised they took a little survey. They said, what are the secrets of a marriage? And most people put communication was first, and then love was second, and money was third. I want to deal with that in this moment, you know, and that's what's going on locally too. It's a lot of communication going on, but no love in the communication. You can have communication, but you got to have love to have communication. You know, if you keep communicating, you know, that's a secret partially to what it is. But if you ain't loving, if your main goal ain't the love grows, you know, that's the art of that. The art of love is not just communication. It's not just communication. It's not money. These things come on down the line, you see. And so you really got to understand in this time that we're living in, when I look at the surveys and what they saying, and we see the violence that go on, it's because you can't just allow a person to not get help. most of the violence that takes place, like the school shooting, the Delhi school shooting that killed they say somewhere around 17 plus people. You know what I'm saying? If 17 plus people got killed, why did this guy kill them? Because he wasn't feeling no love. And so the first thing they think to do is take him to the mental facility, and that ain't gonna help, because truthfully in there, they not gonna help them people. They not gonna help them really do anything. They not gonna help them with the art of communication. They not gonna help them do what it is that they doing. So,
okay.
what you gotta understand is that people they don't know in this time. They don't know what they don't know what it is that a person has to deal with. So they not really seeking the love of that person. God wants us to understand that. See, the reason that violence went on in that Delhi school rampage, because the guy that had the dilemma, the guy that went through the school shooting, he didn't have nobody loving him. So when he retaliated, they're going to ask him all of these questions. But the truth of the fact of the matter, why did you outburst? Because he wasn't getting the healing. So the first thing they're going to do is put him in a mental facility. And then if mental facility, he going to go buku, and then they're going to send him to another hospital and things of that nature. But it's still not going to help him. Most of that stuff going to kill him. It's going to kill them. You understand? It's going to make them more crazier. It's going to make them more crazier because they not really helping people. They destroying people. And trust me, I know, because when I went through my situation myself, I went for counseling and I asked for help, and they didn't help. They couldn't help me. I still had to get the results. You understand? So you sometimes you have to be the difference maker, and what you seeking other people to do, they not gonna do it. See, them people, they just doing stuff because they getting paid to do, to sit there and give you a pill. That ain't gonna help you. The pill ain't gonna help you get no better. It ain't no love there. You understand? This is why even in Detroit, as many people who have, went through issues, there ain't no love. There ain't no love in these places. There ain't no love. If there was love for people, then, we wouldn't have these killings. If we had more people loving on these people in isolated times, then they wouldn't probably retaliate. So we need more programs. We're looking at all these programs where people getting grants and they helping people. But why is, all the programs in the city, not making the city better? I would start looking at that, because truthfully, they not into loving. They just in communication. They, in other words, they just talking. Most of them talking, but when you talking to somebody, you got to have love to really, understand who you talking to, first of all. And so this is why these shootings happen, because, man, people want somebody to love on them, to understand. Like, look, I'm going through this frustration. Who hasn't thought, of something, but didn't act on it? But they felt like, man, look, I feel like doing this, but I'm not going to do this. I mean, you pressed up against the wall. I've been there. I felt like that, when injustices happened to me. I could have retaliated and became, I could have wild out on everything, but I didn't wild out. Because I saw people didn't have enough love. I went to places on purpose, and I found out that they don't really love people in these places. So why would you put people in places that they don't care about them? All they gonna do is make sure they on a pill. And the pill ain't the answer to that. You can sit there and talk. They want you to talk, and all of that talking, they ain't did nothing. They ain't say, we gonna resolve this and bring it in the people that have offended you, so we can understand. Let's hear their point of view and hear your point of view. They not counseling like that. They just dealing with that individual, and then that individual got to go back and deal with that situation on their own. And this is what that brother probably had, in his heart, to shoot all them people. But, nobody had enough love the day before to say, man, how you feeling? You all right? And if they would have asked him how he was feeling, if they had enough love, I don't believe nobody would have got shot today. But because nobody didn't see how they were doing, that person, began to yell out because they were terrified. They were terrified inside, their heart. So they had pressure put on them. And when you got pressure, you come out swinging with everything because you're not getting the love. You might have gave the love and that person probably never did that. But why he do that at this time? Because he was put up in the pressure. And why you got to get all this? Because you got to get folks up off of you. How he get all these weapons? First and foremost, why did he need them? Because he felt that he had to protect himself. Because, hey, love also offers protection. And so when you got to protect yourself, you start going to get all of these things. And so that's what he got, because he didn't feel a father protecting him. He didn't feel an uncle protecting him. He didn't feel a grandfather protecting him or some clergy leader protecting him. He didn't feel the people that was supposed to be. He didn't feel the state representative or the city council protecting him. He didn't feel the state representative protecting him. He didn't feel no love. So now he began to speak out, and then everybody began to speak like, we don't really know why that happened, but it's mentally unstable. But the truth of the fact of the matter is, it wasn't enough love right there. There wasn't enough concern for his well-being in the beginning. If people would have took the time out to look at people, since we're so intelligent and we would go back to the drawing board and we will say, why did he got so many guns registered to his name? Y'all got the ability to see who registered and who not. And they not doing that. Why do people need all these guns in the first place? To protect themselves, because they feel there's nobody loving them. So this is why they got to protect themselves. Love offers protection. When you are loved, you feel protected. You feel, hey, I got a father, or I got an uncle, or I got some kin folks, or somebody that love me and that understand me, so I won't have to go retaliate on stuff. And see, most stuff will start happening, and they will begin to look at it in organizations and say, okay, why this happened? Why did this take place? This happened because that person had lost it. He lost his marbles because he had too much going on in his mind, and nobody took the time out to offer any advice. We talk about throwing programs in places, but what kind of solutions was offered before this man? See, we see the after effects when stuff happen. How you gonna help a person? But how do you help a person before they get to that place? Because the truth of the fact of the matter, people not doing it. They want to see people do stuff. And you don't want to really get to a person like that where they killing mass murder of people. You don't want to see that happen, where they killing folks to, on a mass level. Like,